So, hey guys, today we're going to be talking about a video idea I haven't really used. So, I've been thinking like maybe after a ranked reset or just, yeah, ranked reset, I guess, or season change. I was thinking of maybe starting like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Nuzlocke type thing. So, the basic idea would be that I would have I've had different variations of this, just been thinking about it. But one of the variations I had was maybe something like I have 9 decks or something. I don't know. So let's say maybe I could be playing Glad Beast, Centurion, yeah, just whatever. So we have 9 of those decks. And then if I lose with any of those decks, I can no longer use them for the rank climb. And that could be something fun to do as I try to get back from like Diamond 5, I think, to Master 1, you know? That'd be still fairly difficult, but still arguably, I guess, fair. And then there was also, I guess, kind of climbing from the bottom, so like from rookie. But the issue with going from rookie is that you're essentially just bullying new players and players that don't play that much. So that feels pretty bad. So until you get to Platinum 5, you actually cannot D rank. So yeah, it feels kind of just like bullying people for how many ranks is that? One, two, three, four, 4 ranks. And then we're playing through Platinum, Diamond to reach Masters, and then trying to achieve maybe Master 1, which would be 3 ranks. So I mean, I could technically get cheesed and lose in the lower ranks still, but it just feels like bullying to an extent. So yeah, even in like probably around Plat, the last time I played games there, it was just all janked and stuff like Dark Magician, FTKs. It was just like eh. So not really a super big fan of just starting from the absolute bottom. If I was to start the challenge somewhere, it would have to at least be platinum, I suppose. So yeah, that's fine, I guess. And then there were other variations of this idea that I had as well. I'm not 100% sure still which one is best, but there was also the idea of a Nuzlocke in the sense that in a traditional kind of Nuzlocke, I guess, you'd have like Pokemon and then you would uh try to beat, I guess, the game with them, right? But if the Pokemon dies, uh, the Pokemon is dead forever. So I was thinking of maybe doing that with the cards instead. So let's say I'm playing, I don't know, Sword Soul. Let's say my Moyi is destroyed by battle, or perhaps like I lose the duel with the deck. Then I guess the card would be like banned, something like that. That was what I was thinking about at least. Then I guess I wouldn't be able to use that card anymore. Like, so if I built a deck and then I lost a duel, every single card would be, I guess, in Yu-Gi-Oh lingo, it would be they would be banned for the rest of the challenge, I guess. So that would include hand traps to make things a little bit more spicy. So I would have to save some of my hand traps and techs that play around hand traps for later, and it would be maybe kind of interesting to watch. Like for example, I might be playing, let's say, Kashtira, but I'm not going to be playing Ash Blossom Joy Spring. And I might be playing hand traps that you don't see as often, like maybe Ghost Cherries, Ghost Mourner, and Ghost Bell for this deck because we can use them for level 10 synchros. But cut Ash Blossom and cut Caldby because you only give up 2 draws to make a Rise Heart essentially even under like a Maxi. So fairly viable, I guess, to do that. It's not like 100% bulletproof because your opponent could technically still top deck infinite impermanence with one of their, I guess, at max it would be 3 draws. So that could still be rough and kind of backfire, but it's not very likely to. Considering your opponent likely maxied you during your first action, that's where it tends to happen. But against Kashtira, about like 30% of players actually hold their imperm for a rise art. So, yeah. But anyways, those were just some ideas. I think the one I'm leaning towards hardest right now is probably just playing X amount of decks and then just starting up like kind of a Nuzlocke from here. Aside from that, I guess yeah, it's mostly the next thing would be what decks would I be playing for this? Like, no, genuinely no idea. I was thinking like, should I let my viewers decide, or should I perhaps just go out my way to build a few and leave them as maybe a mystery and just reveal a couple, and then keep revealing them as we go on, and maybe I'll reveal the, I guess, unrevealed ones at the end if I did like way too well, maybe. Just really thinking about that. And yeah, all variations I think are good, so I'm thinking of building probably 9 decks, I suppose, that use different cards, because that's more in the spirit of a Nuzlocke, so we don't have too many overlapping cards. So, I don't know. Like, if I were to play Paleo, for example, that would surely cut out a lot of staples for the sake of the challenge, but there's also then, I guess, the issue of maybe people not enjoying like control gameplay. And to this, I say, for competitive integrity of this kind of challenge, I think I would play control decks because no one really does that in these challenges. So, yeah, definitely thinking about doing that as well. So, yeah, if you guys have any suggestions or feedback, it's pretty appreciated. Any decks you would like to see me play potentially. And I can't guarantee I will play that deck because maybe you suggest something like really unplayable, like, I don't know, Vanquish Soul. Like, if I were to construct a Vanquish Soul deck right now, there's like a 50% chance I open a hand that I can't play a single card from. Yeah. Well, Ignite Vanquish Soul is actually pretty consistent, but that would get wiped out pretty fast. No idea what rank to start from, how many decks would be a good amount. I guess you could use math to calculate how many decks would be reasonable. That, or it could be unlimited decks, but since my cards keep getting banned, you know, keep getting a smaller and smaller card pool until it becomes genuinely impossible and I'd have to be playing like vanillas or something. I don't know. Those are all fairly interesting ideas to me. But yeah. That's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.